Trump's press conference stresses need to end Russia-Ukraine conflict.
Resolving obstacles for SIP Nghe in one industrial zone.
Young people and their love for traditional instruments.
You are watching today's news on NTV. My name is Nguyễn Thị Minh Khai and I will be your guide through today's latest update. U.S. President-elect Donald Trump has held his first press conference since his re-election. At the conference, Trump described the Russian-Ukrainian conflict as terrible and stressed the urgent need to end the conflict.
The press conference was held at his Mar-a-Lago estate in Florida. Trump stressed that Ukrainian President Zelensky should prepare a deal with Russian President Putin to end the conflict. According to Trump, much of the territory in dispute between Russia and Ukraine has been turned into ruins and it will take a century to recover. However, Trump did not comment when asked if he believed Ukraine should cede territory to Russia as part of a peace agreement. Meanwhile, at a meeting with senior defense ministry officials, Russian President Putin said the Russian military has an advantage along the entire front line in Ukraine and is accelerating its offensive. He also accused Western countries of pushing Russia to the red line, forcing Moscow to respond.
German Chancellor Olaf Scholz has lost a vote of confidence in Parliament on December 16. This result means he has been dismissed from his position, paving the way for early election in Germany.
The Scholz government received only 207 votes in favor, 394 against, and 116 abstentions. Following this outcome, the President of Germany will soon decide to dissolve the parliament, disband the current government, and establish a temporary government until a general election to be held on February 23rd next year. Scholz will continue to run the government until a new administration is formed. The vote of no confidence came after the collapse of the governing coalition led by Scholz's Social Democratic Party, amidst declining public support for the government and the Chancellor himself.
This morning, the Provincial People's Committee has a working session with department, locality, and investor to resolve difficulty related to land clearance at the Vsip Nghệ An 1 urban and service industrial zone.
Since early May, relevant local departments have focused on clearing an additional 71 hectares for the Vsip Nghệ An industrial, urban and service project. Currently, 7.39 hectares out of a total of 750 hectares has not yet been handed over to the investor. At the meeting, the Secretary of Provincial Party Committee Chairman of People's Committee, Nguyễn Thị Trung, urged Hung Nguyen District and Vinh City to urgently complete the assessment, approve compensation schemes and resettlement plans for graves within the cemetery area. He also asks to survey and select locations for relocating these graves, complete the new cemetery to serve the relocation. Regarding agricultural land, localities must focus on mobilizing and persuading residents to achieve consensus concerning the 220 kV, 110 kV and 35 kV power line routes. The Secretary-Chairman assigned Vinh City to complete all procedures and documentation before December 31st to speed up the construction progress.
Coming up next are some updated news.
The Prime Minister Pham Minh Chinh has just signed a directive asking for interest rate and credit management solutions. The Prime Minister requests the State Bank to collaborate with relevant agencies to closely monitor international developments and timely adjust financial and monetary policies. Specifically, it is necessary to reduce lending rates, control deposit rates, and ensure that credit focuses on production, business, and new growth drivers such as digital transformation, green economy, and innovation. The Prime Minister calls for enhanced inspection and supervision of credit institutions' activities, especially in disclosing interest rates and granting loans. The goal is to ensure safe, effective credit and support economic development at the end of 2024 and early 2025.
GH and provincial government has issued a document requiring relevant departments and localities to implement several tasks to develop solar rooftop projects for self-production and consumption in the province. Accordingly, the provincial government tasked the Department of Industry and Trade to coordinate with related agencies and local units to guide and supervise the implementation of solar rooftop energy projects, while ensuring compliance with safety, fire prevention and environmental protection regulations during the development, installation, and operation process. The Department of Industry and Trade will advise a shortened process to facilitate investment, construction and installation of solar rooftop projects in accordance with regulations.
The Department of Overseas Labor Management under the Ministry of Labor, Invalids, and Social Affairs reports that in the first 11 months of 2024, 143.160 Vietnamese workers have been sent to work abroad, reaching 114% of this year's plan, exceeding the target of sending 125.000 workers abroad under contracts for the entire year. This result is attributed to the stable maintenance of traditional markets, with Japan contributing the most, accounting for nearly half of the total workers sent abroad, followed by Taiwan, China, and South Korea.
Today, many people still give a priority in their heart prioritized for traditional music. For them, Vietnamese traditional instruments evoke very unique emotion. More in the following stories.
After work hours and every weekend, Hong Van dedicates time to learning traditional instruments like the 16-string zither and trong. In the past, when her family was less fortunate, she had to put her passion on hold. Now, in her 40s, with her life reasonably stable, she is determined to pursue her love for traditional instruments again.
I am very proud that, at my age, I can still approach instruments that are gradually becoming less common. I mainly perform at local events, participating in community cultural activities.
Traditional instrument classes, the meeting place of traditional musical passion of different generations. Adults learn to recover memories while younger people explore culture. Learning traditional instruments requires perseverance and skillful practice. For children, learning these instruments not only hones their skills, but also helps them understand the culture and melodies that have been linked to Vietnamese villages for generations.
I want to learn the 16-string zither because when I play it, I feel more gentle. Sometimes it can be challenging, but not too much.
Every beautiful sound and accurate note carries the mark of teachers who silently pass the flame to the younger generation, preserving the culture and essence of the nation.
We want to introduce the elite of our ancestors to today's youth, while inheriting, developing and spreading awareness about traditional instruments.
Not only is it a place to learn music, these classes are also a space to connect generations. There, the young and old sit together, patiently learning each note. For many people, love for traditional instruments may start from curiosity or a desire for entertainment, but it gradually becomes a part of their hearts.
The last news has ended our bulletin today. Thanks for your watching and see you next time.